Good morning, traders. Welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Friday, March 31st. Last day of the month. We should see some mutual fund inflows that come in today, maybe Monday into Tuesday. And we'll see if there's any selling that's met with some of that buying. We did have a 3-day rally. We were looking for a little bit of a pop. The pop turned into a real nice little move, but very subdued. I'm treating this as suspect. Not saying that we can't be looking to buy dips, and I'll show you. I've been showing you some decent trades on the Pro Trader Premier video side. I'll show them to you again. Guys, check it out. $15 a day for the daily strategy video. You're going to get all of this, what you see here, and this Pro Trader Premier video. We get the intraday charts included. You get gold. You get crude oil, you get bonds, the ZB, you're going to get NASDAQ, you're going to get ES, and you're going to get all of the ETFs that incorporated along with any indicators that we see. We're going to show you the economic calendar during the day. 2.5 hours to 3 hours it takes us in the minimum to get this out to you guys and record it. But behind the scenes, we do a lot of analysis work during the course of the trading day where you do not have to. You can spend that 2 to 3 hours with your girlfriend, your wife, your family, go play golf. Total professional research video, okay? So just keep that in mind. Come check us out at tradingmarkettechnicals.com. We have sample videos. You can come take a look at it. Like I said, guys, the levels are absolutely bar none. All right, so today we have economic calendar that's coming out. We have a chock full of data coming out. So just keep in mind where you are during the point of your trading day and make sure that you be careful here, especially when you have a lot of these comments from some of these FOMC members, okay? So there's the economic calendar. Let me show you the NQ. You can see we have negative divergence in all of the indices. As prices moving up, our indicators are moving lower, MACD and RSI. These levels are valid for today's trade. Big level here on the downside is going to be this level here of 53.2350, okay? So that's something that we're going to be putting in. But I wanted to show this to you, and we'll put that back in on the daily chart. That's going to be pretty big. Resistance is going to be right up on top here of 54.37, okay? That's the daily chart of the NQ. Now, here's the ES, and ES is even weaker than all of the indices that we follow. You can see that here, lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so I'm definitely treating this market as suspect in the sense that I am definitely not a question in my mind that at one point we probably get some failure here. I think we've started a fourth wave minor pullback where we did here, and I think we just get a little bit of a corrective rally, and then we continue with the fourth wave pullback. Where this stops, no one knows, but I am looking for probably somewhere in this area here, if it even does get that far. Might even get that far, maybe 2305, 2310. And then we could start moving back higher again, completing the fifth wave overall of this big bull market run. All right, that's the ES daily. Those are valid support and resistance areas. Now I dial it down to a 10-minute. This is where the Pro Trader Premier video comes into place. Not only do you get all of the daily charts, you get some indicators when we feel necessary to show them to you, and of course you get our algorithm that we spits out all of these support resistance levels, and they are so true. And I want to just point one thing out. You can see that 2359 was yesterday's video. And remember, guys, all of these videos are archived into YouTube. And I do all of these videos in the pre-market session, okay? So there's the 2359 right there. That was yesterday's resistance. What happened? You see now you got 2360 and a half. That is now what acting as support. Anytime when you have a resistance area, like it did for 2 days, it held actually this area and finally broke through. If you're a real quick trader, you can grab that, and then you know that your area is going to be here. You take that profit, you look for the next pullback. Or if you're not that fast, you would just wait for this pullback, take out a swing low high candle, and then ride that into resistance. And that's what a lot of the subs did today. Okay, so definitely profitable. These levels are bar none. You should really have come and check us out and take a look at it. Here's crude oil. Crude oil again had another extension of Wednesday's inventory report. Now we're back into the under the Pro Trader Premier side of the resistance area, 50.57, and then of course this 51.60. All right, those are going to be the top and bottom of the TMT proprietary trading channel. So this is something where we're going to be watching and see if we can come back down again. All right, if we test the lows, these are the areas that we're looking for support that should hold. It's going to be one of these three right here. Okay, that's crude oil. Next, let's take a look at GC, and we did get a little bit of a pullback here. Nothing to write home about, but we did get a little bit of a pullback. We still have that gap area here in blue. Okay, so very boring of late, so we'll see what happens. We're still above the TMT proprietary price channel, so that's also bullish. But we need to see price really move. And the reason why I believe it's not moving is because, and let me just get the TLT out of the way first. Let me get GDX in there. You can see GX really not doing anything. We've been in now about 8 trading days inside the channel. 23 and a quarter at. We got a new resistance area. This neckline and then this area here really needs to get taken out before any resumption of any uptrend, or at least double bottom, test the swing low here, or at least get all the way back down here. So this is not a good sign that we're moving lower. That's why I'm kind of reluctant to get long anything to do with GDX. Now let's take a look at TLT. TLT is the daily chart here. You could see we're starting to roll back again. Remember, whenever there's risk on, bonds and golds will sell off again, okay? So that's something to keep an eye on. Personally, I like to see us either take this upper end of the range out of TLT or double bottom for the low to grab a nice long trade into the 200, or if we do start to lose this and we get down to this double bottom and we crack, then bonds are headed lower. I think bonds are already headed lower. There are going to be some corrective rallies, but I do believe that bonds are headed lower, guys. Okay, we have rates that are rising as well. And again, we show that to you extensively. We'll keep an eye on bonds and rates as well in the Pro Trader Premier video. Okay, next is going to be spiders. And you can see here on the spiders, we started to rally a little bit here, but very, very weak. And remember, guys, the two scenario plays out. We double top, and then we fail. Or the other scenarios, we break right out. We have a little bit of a pullback, very shallow, and off to the races to 24.75 to 25.50 in the ES. That's where the upside target would be for now. And of course, we'll tighten it up to see which way this market is headed. Next is going to be the transports. Again, transports weakest of the two, of the five. This is our leader, and it's not really leading along with the Russell. But these areas are valid for today's trade. Okay, and you can see that momentum is waning and has been waning for quite some time. Russell 2000 IWM daily, that's the ETF. You can see we're still within the downtrend channel here. Resistance is going to be 138.14. These are your two areas of resistance. This is your area of support. The bigger support's going to come here, guys. And again, I might sound repetitive, but I need to be to just make sure I get my point across. 130.94, big area right here. We lose that, we flush right to the 61.8% retracement. Okay, but right now we're just stuck in that channel again. And last is going to be your Qs. Last Qs, we took out the high, so Qs yet again new highs. Should be challenged in at least the upper end of this upper trend line of this big uptrend channel. Okay, so these are valid for today. Remember, guys, in the Pro Trader Premier video, we put all intraday levels on all of the ETFs that we just mentioned, along with Nasdaq, the NQ, the ES, the ZB, which is the bonds, and of course gold and crude oil. We go through a commitment to trade reports. We do a lot of work for very little money at $69 for the Pro Trader Premier video, and $15 for the daily strategy video, where you can spend a lot of time with your family and other people and let the pros do it and get you ready for your trading day. Have a great day. Have a profitable day. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.